race fans, the moment you've been waiting for is finally here. We're here live at the world's fastest half mile, Bristol Motor Speedway, here for the very first dirt race. This is the SEGA Sports dirt race at Bristol Motor Speedway. Now, if you saw the to determine our fields a couple of days ago I uploaded, you will see that Jessica Shelton did run the fastest lap time in that race, so she will start from the pole here, and right beside her is William Brock in the 42. Now most of this field is going to consist of rookies, and since I did split the field in half, people pretty much have a chance to get double points in this race. So if you're doing bad in the league right now, this is your chance to get back up there. But that also means guys who are doing good in the standings, if they finish well here, they're just gonna pull further away. Our second row consists of Jonathan Zorlin. He's been pretty fast over the last few weeks, starting with his good finish back in the Budweiser shootout. So he's looking to try to come out on top as he runs the Tide Food City colors on his number 43, trying to represent for Bristol. Starting right beside him is Christina Bell in the SEGA number 40. Now she did come in contact earlier with Cody Lamas back at the practice session, but she's looking to get that out of her mind and hoping to run good here tonight, as we're just seconds away from those famous words in motorsports.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Keep an eye on your temps for this first segment. We shouldn't really be in danger of overheating, but it will, probably get up to about 220, so just keep an eye on that.
And as the drivers are rolling off pit road, here is your starting lineup for the first heat race at Bristol Dirt. Drivers are rolling off pit road. A lot of these drivers are going to be inexperienced, and these cars can snap loose in one of these corners if they push it a little bit too hard. But we're going to have to see what kind of racing that Jessica Shelton and William Brock can come up with as they're leading the front row here tonight. As the pace car makes its way onto pit road, we're going to be doing this for 40 laps as we're getting the first heat race underway. The green flag is out at Bristol Dirt. As you can already see the dirt kicking up. And yes, these drivers, they can go 3 and 4 wide here. And oh man, there was also almost some contact between the 43 and the 20 as Cole Dowdy will take the lead in the number 18. And oh man, they're still running really close here as Cole Dowdy clears the 43 as he is running away with that lead. But Zorley, he's going to look to try to fight back. And now here comes James Qualls coming up the middle here as he takes away third place from Dougie Shears. And oh man, they're going 3 wide for 5th right now. And oh man, Zorlin just snapped loose! Oh man, he snaps loose right in front of Jessica Shelton, and William Brock ended up spinning as a result of it. Oh man, they were running really hard there. And that will without a doubt bring out our first caution as Cole Dowdy leads. Oh man, like I said, any car can snap loose if they run the corners a little bit too hard. As you saw on the spectators camera, the kind of racing that we can see here. But let's take a look at what happened to bring out our first caution of the night. And here we are to see what brought out our first caution. And it looks like Jonathan Zorlin was running pretty hard to try to catch the 18 of Cole Daly. And unfortunately, you can see all the dirt kicking up as you can barely see that the 43 just happens to snap loose. There he goes. As he gets right into the safer barrier. Jessica Shelton was going to the extreme high side because I think she got loose as well. And she gets right into the 43. And William Brock, he actually gets hit by Michael Norman, which sends him up into the safer barrier as well. The 42 spins out as both of our drivers who started on our front row has run into trouble. You see William Brock trying to get his 42 spun back around and Jessica Shelton staying on the high side to avoid him. Here we are back on Bristol Dirt. We still got plenty of racing to go, as the only driver to retire out of this race was Jonathan Zorlin. Cole Daly is still the race leader. James Quall sits second. Third is Dougie Shears. Fourth is Cody Lamas. Fifth is Alex Ferranti. Sixth is Brayson Mitchell. Seventh, Michael Norman. Eighth is now Joshua Osborne. Ninth, Steven Gonzalez. And rounding out the top 10 is RJ Bishop. Jessica Shelton now sits one lap down, but if her car is fast enough, she may be able to get her lap back. I don't know, but the pace car is back on pit road, and Cole Daly is not going to help his teammate get back on the lead lap as the green flag is back out. And Cole Daly trying to run away with that lead. Qualls is hanging back in second place. Shears now sits third as Alex Ferranti makes his way up into the fourth position now. Going back to the spectator camera to see if we can find any cars, see if they snap loose. And nope, we're still going green. As oh man, here comes Ferranti now. He just took away third place from Dougie Shears as he's looking to try to catch up to James Qualls. It looks like he wants to try to get second place. And oh man, that 9, he's gonna try to do what he can to chase that 18 down. Heated battle for second going on right now. And oh man, Cody Lamas, he just went right up to right up into the track. They were going 3 wide for position. And oh man, it looks like one driver out of the Joe Gibbs stable isn't running well tonight. As we see Charles Sanford, it looks like he ran into trouble. As we see Matt McIntyre already further back. And there is Cody Lamas, who I saw slide up the track. Like I said, there's a lot of experienced drivers here on Bristol Dirt, and there's a lot of drivers still trying to get their footing. Some drivers have figured it out, and some haven't. And Cody, he just took his car back to the garage area, so he is done for the night. Let's see what happened to the 11. Now here's what happened to brought out our second caution of the night. Cody Lamas had a really good run on the inside, and he was trying to go 3 wide with Michael Norman and Dougie Shears, but his car just snaps around, and unfortunately Michael Norman was also collected. Now further back, Matt McIntyre also loses it, and he gets into Charles Sanford. So 2 cars snap loose in 2 different accidents as Matt McIntyre spins down towards the track, but luckily everyone else seems to avoid it. So, trouble with Cody Lamas, Michael Norman, Charles Sanford, and Matt McIntyre. And here we are back at Bristol Dirt. Like I said before we went to the replays, Cody Lamas has taken his number 11 back to the garage area, so he is done. However, his teammate is still leading this thing. Cole Daly still is ahead of the pack. Second is Alex Ferranti. Third, James Qualls. Fourth is Dougie Shears. Fifth is RJ Bishop. Sixth is Joshua Osborne. Seventh is Brayson Mitchell. Eighth, Steven Gonzalez. Ninth, James Silverfox. And rounding out the top 10 is James McLeod. We still got plenty of racing to go as we're going to restart on lap number 15. Can Cole Daly hang on to his lead, or does Alex Ferranti have anything for him as the green flag is back out? Heading back over to the spectators camera, and oh man, there was also contact between the 1 and the 17. That really could have been bad. As oh man, they're going 3 wide, and Joshua, oh man, he just He just came in contact as they're going 4 wide behind him. And look at the run that Dougie Shields getting on us. And oh man, there's some contact! Oh man, there was some actual contact between the 1 and the 83. Oh man. They were really running hard, and oh man. I don't know if that was payback for last week or what, but last week's winner Joshua Osborne gets into it with the runner-up from last week, Dougie Shears. And oh man, they were really coming really fast there, and a lot of drivers also got involved there. By the time this is done, we may not have anyone left. But oh man, we got drivers coming down pit road as we take a look at both Dougie Shears and Joshua Osborne. I don't think they're too happy with each other. He may be following him to his pit box. But let's go to the replays and see what happened. Now here's having to bring out this caution. You can go 4 wide here without causing an issue, but Dougie Shears, he was getting an extreme run on the high side. And I thought there was a contact between the 1 and the 83, but I was wrong. It turns out that there was a contact between the 1 and the 41. I guess Joshua Osborne didn't see Brayson Mitchell coming as both drivers just spin out. And unfortunately, Dougie Shears was stuck right in the middle as RJ Bishop also gets collected, as well as Jessica Shelton, who was already a lap down. Steven Gonzalez also manages to get into it as he gets into Jessica Shelton, RJ Bishop, and Joshua Osborne. Oh man. Just goes to show that Bristol does not play favorites. You push it hard and you can't handle it, there's gonna be some consequences there, and that's a perfect example of it as Shelton, Gonzalez, and Osborne slide down the track trying to turn their cars around. Here we are back at Bristol Dirt once again. We're going to restart after the halfway point, and Dougie Shears and Brayson Mitchell have dropped out, as well as Joshua Osborne in the 1. Jessica Shelton still sits 1 lap down as her teammate Cole Daly is still the race leader. Alex Franti still sits 2nd. 3rd is James Qualls. 4th is James McLeod. 5th is now Aaron Macklin after avoiding that accident. 6th is Christina Bell. 7th is her teammate William Brock. 9th is Brandon Crassa, and rounding out the top 10 is James Silverfox. We only have 14 drivers left, pretty much, as the pace car is already back onto the track. We're past the halfway point of this race as the green flag is back out. It looks like Alex Front is trying to hurry up and try to see if he has anything for that number 18. Well, he better hope he doesn't lose traction in that number 9. And oh man, they're going 3 wide further back for the 4th position. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that as Aaron Macklin continues to hang on to it in the middle as we see Jessica Shelton going down pit road. And oh man, it looks like we're having a battle for the lead as Ferranti, he dives into the inside and he hangs on to it. He will take the lead away from Cole Daly, but can Cole Daly fight back and take back that lead? Now Aaron Macklin, he takes 3rd away from James Qualls. And oh man, the caution is back out. That did not take long at all. But now that Ferranti is in the driver's seat, and I'm trying to see what happened. And there's some damage to Steven Gonzalez that may have involved him and Matt McIntyre. And oh man, they're running really close to each other on the inside. Oh man, I don't know if something happened between the 27 and the 28. But we're gonna have to go to the replays and find out. And here we are to see what happened to Brian out this caution, and it's exactly what I thought. It looks like Steven Gonzalez was trying to go to the inside to try to pass Matt McIntyre, but his car gets loose and he gets right into the left rear quarter panel of Matt McIntyre, which just sends both cars into a synchronized spin entering turn 3. And I don't think Matt McIntyre was too happy with Steven there. So as we saw that the two ran super close as they were both coming down pit road. And Here we are back at Bristol Dirt. We're going to restart on lap number 28. Now, Matt McIntyre was the only one who retired out of the race. Now, Steven Gonzalez, now he managed to get his car repaired as he is going to be one lap down. I was trying to find him, but I guess he's already, like, trying to get up in his spot. But Alex Ferranti still sits as a race leader. Cole Dowd's going to have to try to do what he can to try to get that lead back. Aaron Macklin now sits third. Fourth, James Qualls. Fifth is Christina Bell. Sixth, James McLeod. Seventh, Brandon Crasta. Eighth, James Silverfox. Ninth is William Brock with a damaged car. And rounding out the top 10 is Mitchell Collins. Not many drivers left in this thing, and this is just the very first heat race. We still have one more heat race to go after this, as the green flag is back out at Bristol Dirt. And oh man, Aaron Macklin, he makes it 3 wide, but Steven Gonzalez are trying to take away second place. And oh man, oh, that could have been really disastrous. But Ferranti, he continues to run away with that lead as Macklin finds himself in second place, and he dives down, chasing down that number 9. Oh man. Aaron Macklin, he's gonna try to do what he can, but here comes James McLeod now. Now he wants to try to catch up to the leader as we're having a heated battle for second place as Ferranti continues to run away with that lead. Alex Ferranti, he's really gonna have to do some defensive driving as Cole Dowley seems to drop back. Christina Bell now looks to take away third away from Aaron Macklin. And oh, there was almost some contact between the 40 and the 51, but Christina Bell wisely backs out of it as she takes away second now from James McLeod. And Alex Ferranti, he knows that 40 car is coming. He did lead for a little while last week at Atlanta, but after the final restart, he just lost speed and he never recovered. So he's going to have to do some defensive driving to defend that lead. But he has less than 10 laps to go now to try to capture his first win in that number 9. But if anyone has anything to say about it, it's Christina Bell running the SEGA colors on her number 40. But Aaron Macklin, he also might have something to do with it. He wants to give Dodge their first win this season. And oh man, now he dives down under Christina Bell. That's going to be for second place. Can't quite clear her yet, but the more that these two battle, the more that's going to allow Alex Ferranti to pull away. Right now, no one has anything for that number 9, as Macklin has cleared the number 40 for second place. And here comes James Silverfox now. He just got around James McLeod for the 4th position, and it looks like, and oh man, the dirt's really kicking up. We might have a driver that keeps going like off and on pit road. That may be Jessica Shelton now, as Aaron Macklin has to try to do what he can to chase out Alex Ferranti as we have 5 laps to go. No one has anything for the number 9 right now. And oh man, they're catching up on slow traffic. And Steven Gonzalez right ahead of him. I don't know if Ferranti can try to do what he can. And he's trying to like take it easy as much as possible. Right now, they're still running clean. Aaron Macklin continues to hold on to second place as we're having a heated battle for second place right now. James McLeod, he looks to try to take away third place from James Silverfox, which he does. And oh man, there was almost some contact there. James McLeod just took away second place from Aaron Macklin. But like I said, the more that these guys battle it out, the more that's going to help Ferranti pull away. No one has anything for that number 9. Ever since he took the lead, he has not lost it. We now have 2 laps to go now. If anything can slow down that number 9, it's that number 28 in front of him. But Ferranti better hope that his car doesn't snap loose. And oh man, Ferranti dives down right under Steven Gonzalez for position. And he manages to keep it together as we're coming to the white flag now. One more time around for the first heat race. This race will indeed end under green. And with the lap car in between first and second place, there is no competition right now for the number 9 coming out of turn 4 to win the first heat race of Bristol Dirt. Alex Ferranti, he will take home the very first heat race of the SEGA Sports Dirt Race at Bristol. Alex Ferranti really came here as a man on a mission, as he will win the very first heat race here at Bristol Dirt. Alright, this race is already official. S4 Bristol Dirt. heat number 1. And this race is official for now. Alex Ferranti is your race winner here. James Silverfox and James McLeod, they were all having a heated battle for second place. But ever since that final restart, Alex Ferranti, they just had absolutely nothing for that number 9 car. Aaron Macklin ends up with a top 5 as he will finish 4th. Mitchell Collins, I believe he started this race in the 20th position. But he ends up with a top 5 here today. A good run here for the number 22 out of Penske. His 2 teammates are in the second heat race, so we're going to have to stay tuned for that. RJ Bishop, who actually started this race in last place, ends up with 6th place. Then we have Christina Bell finishing 7th. Cole Daly, who led the first half of this race, ended up finishing 8th. James Qualls ends up 9th, and rounding out the top 10 is Charles Sanford. Then we have Brandon Crasta, William Brock, and Michael Norman ended up being the last car on the lead lap, ending in 13th. Steven Gonzalez, after coming in trouble with Matt McIntyre, he ended up finishing 14th, 3 laps down. Then we have our pole sitter, Jessica Shelton. Despite what happened to her, she ended up staying on the track. She just kept leaving and going back in the pit road, but she ends up with a top 15 here for the night. And then from 16th on down to 21st, we have Matt McIntyre, Brayson Mitchell, Dougie Shears, Joshua Osborne, Cody Lamas, and Jonathan Zorlin. Well, that does it here for the very first heat race here tonight. We have one more heat to go, and 21 more drivers looking to try to win their first ever dirt race here. So stay tuned for that, race fans. Congratulations one last time to Alex Ferranti.
Game over, yeah!
Now here we have the second heat race as the remaining 21 drivers have taken the field. Now we have Dylan Pote running his GoDaddy code, sitting on the pole. He was 21st. He was 22nd fastest rather. So that means he will be on the pole for the second heat race, and starting right beside him is going to be Ryan Acosta. Danny Wells and Alex Drayton sits in row number 2, and we have 2 drivers looking to turn their seasons around. Hell, almost everyone in this field is looking to turn their seasons around here, but they will definitely have a chance to do that. Well, we got 40 laps down, and we're gonna be running 40 more. What kind of racing will we see from this field? Here is your starting lineup for the second heat race of Bristol Dirt. See the drivers now leaving pit road. Dylan Pote, among many others, are trying to turn their seasons around here. Ryan Acosta, Danny Wells, and Alex Drayton are really gonna have to try to buckle down. How many wrecks are we gonna see compared to the first heat race? We're about to find out as we're about to race here for 40 more laps, as the green flag is now out for the second heat race. Switch to the spectators camera so we can watch the entire track, and they're already trying to go 3 wide for 3rd place as Pote tries to pull away from the pack. Danny Wells now sits comfortably in 2nd place as Pote will indeed lead the very first lap. And old man Dylan Young, he tries to get under his teammate for second place as they're running almost 4 wide further back. And oh man, almost some contact between Alex Drayton and Simon Ozcon. Oh man, these guys, they can't run super close, but all it takes is one bad turn for your car to snap loose and you end up in a wreck. And Poteet, he's trying to do what he can to run away with that lead. Danny Wells sitting comfortably in second place. Young is now in third, but he has a bumper full of Allison Rain in that number 7 car. Sky Commons now finds himself in 5th place as Alex Drayton now finds himself trying to get to the outside. And oh man, all these guys are running dangerously close here. I get it. Oh man, they're going 3 wide, almost rows back as we now see Dustin Stoller going to the inside. That's for 3rd place, and he's trying to bring Levi McIntyre along with him. But it's like Dylan Young trying to get a run on the outside. Can't quite do it yet. And oh man, they're all running super close. I'm going to have to keep an eye on this as I go back to the spectators camera. It's still all about Dylan Poteet though. So far so good for the number 31 team. Hopefully he doesn't blow yet another engine this season. As they're trying to go 3 wide some rows back. Now we take a look at Levi McIntyre, who now sits 3rd, and he's trying to bring Zachary Fitzwater along with him. As Zachary Fitzwater, he's running the Busch dirt car on his number 4, and here comes the guy who started this race in dead last. That's Kyle Matthews in the 77. He's trying to get up into the top 5 for the first time here tonight. As we're still going green. This is the longest green flag run that we've had all night. As Sky Commons now goes to the inside of Kyle Matthews for position. I don't know if Danny Wells has anything for Dylan Poteet as he still sits 2nd place, but he's going to have a bumper full of Zachary Fitzwater now as he just took away 3rd from Levi McIntyre. And oh man, these guys, they're really just running close. And oh man, someone's coming down pit road. I can't tell who that is. It's Nathan Ormond. Oh man, he's got some right side damage. Oh man, his car must have got loose. He must have been in the bag, but we're still going green. There's still no caution now. Poteet continues to lead as Zachary Fitzwater just took away 2nd place from Danny Wells. And now here comes Tim Fiegel now. All 3 of his Joe Gibbs Racing teammates were in the first heat race, but now he's on his own. Now he finds himself in the bronze position, but here comes Brett Kennenberg now on the inside. And oh man, Cole Deaver just snapped loose. Oh man, wow. Well, I'd like to say rest in peace to our longest green flag run of the night as Dylan Poteet continues to lead. Oh man, that did not take long at all as Simon Ozcon was coming down pit road. And there's Cole Deaver. His Coca-Cola number 3 is up in smoke. This is not what he needed to happen here tonight, and that is a real tough break for the 3 machine. It looks like he's gonna have to pack it up and wait for next week. Let's take a look and see what happened to Cole Deaver. Before we head to the replays, let's see what happened to Nathan Ormond here. At the time, he was running in dead last, and unfortunately, he was trying to catch Ron Acosta for position, and his number 48 just snaps loose. Now, luckily, he was already deep in the back of the pack when this happened, so no caution came out. I noticed him going down pit road, and this is the cause of it right there. Now, let's go to the replays and see what actually did bring out our caution. Now, here's what did bring out our caution. Joshua Mudd went to the inside as Cole Deaver was forced to go 3 wide in the middle. Now, unfortunately, Deaver took the corner a little bit too fast, and Levi McIntyre was an unfortunate victim of this, as Dustin Stoller and Kyle Matthews just barely avoid hitting the number 3 in the 60. And Dylan Young, oh man, Dylan Young actually got into Cole Deaver there to send him spinning, and as you see the smoke emitting from the red number 3 here, that will without a doubt end his night. Now for Dylan Young, I'm not sure. He's not smoking, but he does have a little bit of hood damage, and he is right in the apron, so I don't know if that damage is going to be internal or what. We're going to have to get an update with Dylan Young once we get back to live action. Before we head back to live action, another accident took place that did not bring out our caution. This was back on lap number 10 as Simon Oscon, he was trying to make a move on Allison Rain, and further back, Nathan Hudson was stuck on the high side. He ended up getting loose as Simon Oscon locks up his wheels, and he ends up hitting the safer barrier as well. Now, both Samet and Nathan were in the back of the pack, so the caution did not come out at the time. And this is the reason that I saw the 91 on pit road. Here we are back at Bristol Dirt. We're going to restart on lap number 16. And we have two drivers who have retired out of the race. They are Cole Deaver and Dylan Young. Another driver with whose season has just went from bad to worse. Anyway, Dylan Pote is still our race leader, but he's going to have a bumper full of a really fast Zachary Fitzwater, who now sits second. Third is Brett Kenningberg. Fourth is Danny Wells. Fifth is Tim Fiegel. Sixth is Joshua Mudd. Seventh is Seth Cole. Eighth is Stephen Colin. Ninth is Sky Thomas, and rounding out the top 10 is Alex Drayton. We're slowly approaching the halfway point as the pace car is back on pit road, and the green flag is back out. And oh man, Zachary Fitzwater, he's not wasting any time. He's already trying to get an outside run to try to catch that 31. And oh man, it looks like that Tim Fiegel's making it 3 wide here as he now makes his way into third. Tim Fiegel's going to try to do what he can to chase down the 31 and the 4 as Danny Wells, he's going to have a bumper full of Seth Cole. And Seth, he's bringing his teammate Joshua Mudd along with him as they're going 3 wide further back. But Dylan Pote, he's going to have to do some defensive driving here as we're still going green for the time being. Switching to the spectators camera so we can get a good view of the field. Excuse me. Dylan Pote, he's trying to pull away from the pack. Oh no. I apologize for that. I end up getting an update notification, so I apologize for that little lag there. There is one. But anyway, as I was saying, we're going to the spectators camera as Dylan Pote continues to get away with that lead now. But we're trying to have a battle for a second place as Tim Fiegel, he's all over the back bumper of Zachary Fitzwater. But Fitzwater, he's trying to do what he can to defend that second place. And Fiegel, he just got to run to the inside now as he's trying to get the position. Can't quite do it yet. Seth Cole now finds himself in the 4th position, but he's going to have a bumper full of Stephen Cullen now. Danny Wells, he's going to try to look to bounce back in that advanced auto parts number 12 here. He's trying to bring Kyle Matthews along with him in that number 77 as he's running the Stuart Friesen colors on his 77 for Bristol Dirt. And oh man, almost a 3 wide situation here for position. As Tim Fiegel, he now finds his way in second place, and he's going to try to do wherever he can to chase that number 31 down. Let's ride on board with the 19. Dylan better do everything he can to defend that lead. He's actually getting a decent run on the outside for right now. He's pulling away from Tim Fiegel. Oh man, he just gained about 4 tenths, and oh man, we're having a battle for second place. Looks like Stephen Kohler, he's trying to look to take it away from Tim Fiegel. As Fiegel goes to the outside, as he falls back to the 3rd position. Stephen Colin trying to do what he can to chase down that 31. The 88 is trying to show that he's got some power under that hood. As we see, and oh man, they're actually going 3 wide for the 5th position right now. As Joshua Mudd, he's trying to look to go to the inside of Danny Wells, and he's trying to get help from Seth Cole, but can't quite do it yet as Wells continues to try to hang on to that outside. And oh man, it looks like that the drivers from the 2nd heat race have managed to get their stuff together. They're not like snapping loose like as much as and oh man, we just had a lead change. Stephen Colin just took it away from Dylan Pote. But Pote, he's not gonna take that line down. He wants to try to get that lead back as he is all over the back bumper of the 88. And oh man, Pote, he's trying to go back under him for position. And oh man, he almost forces him up the racetrack. Colin, he's going to have to try to get an outside run, which he's trying to do. But Poteet, he's trying to fight back on that inside. Can't quite do it yet, as Colin did get a run on the outside. Oh, man. This is Colin's race to lose now. And the one thing that keep him Dylan from turning his season around with a win here is that UPS number 88. Tim Fiegel finds himself back in third place. Zachary Fitzwater now sits fourth while Wells is fifth. And we're having a battle for sixth right now between Dustin Stoller and Joshua Mudd. And Stoller does in fact take it. And it looks like Danny Wells, he's trying to take fourth away from Zachary Fitzwater. I don't know if Poteet has anything to try to get that lead back, but he is running out of time. Stephen Colin, he's trying to run away with that lead as much as he can. If Colin has anything to try to defend that lead, he better do what he can. Poteet's trying to get another run here in that GoDaddy Camaro. I don't know if there's any lap traffic, as we now see Tim Fiegel now, our winner from Phoenix. He just took second away from Poteet, and he may be trying to chase that 88 down. I'm trying to see if there are any lap cars. Well, Levi McIntyre, he's coming down pit road now, as we now see the Everham Racing teammates. They're sitting back here. As we head back to the front, we have under 10 laps to go now. If Tim Fiegel has anything for the 88, they better hope that a caution doesn't come out and no one gets loose. This is Stephen Colin's race to lose now, as Tim Fiegel, he's trying to get a run on the outside like Poteet did a few laps ago. And oh man, and it looks like Fiegel may be closing the gap. He's getting closer and closer. The only thing that can mess this up is if Poteet tries to take away second, which, oh man, looks like he is trying to get that second place spot back. And oh man, both of these drivers, they're trying to chase that 88 down, and they are catching him. This time, we're gonna have 5 laps to go. This heat race is definitely a much cleaner one, but now these guys may have to deal with cars leaving pit road. I'm not sure, but oh man, it looks like Poteet is trying to get a run on the outside to try to get that second place spot back. And it looks like he's trying to get it, but he doesn't quite have it yet. But the more that they go side by side, the more that's going to allow Stephen Colin to get away. That is not what they need. Fiegel continues to hang on to second place, but it's still all about Stephen Colin in that 88. They're running out of time now, as Fiegel, he's trying to do what he can to pull away from Poteet. And oh man, they're running like dangerously hard right now. All it takes is one mistake for your car to snap loose, and Fiegel, he is looking to chase him down. But we now have 2 laps to go now. Time is slowly running out here. Does Stephen Colin go the distance? I don't know. We're about to find out, as we have 1.5 laps to go. As we're heading into turns 3 and 4, we are coming to the white flag now. Does Fiegel have anything for the 88? White flag waving here at Bristol Dirt, and this race may already be in the books. Tim Fiegel has absolutely nothing. Further back, we're trying to have another battle for second place as Poteet tries one last time, but this race will belong to Stephen Colin. Stephen Colin wins heat number 2, as he along with Alex Franti will take home Bristol Dirt. The battle that Tim Fiegel and Dylan Poteet had, that may have been the turning point which allowed the 88 to keep his lead, as Stephen Colin will bring home the second heat race of Bristol Dirt. As for Bristol Dirt Heat 2, and we are finally done here with Bristol Dirt. Stephen Colin, the rookie, beats out 2 SEGA Cup Series veterans to capture his very first career SEGA Cup Series victory here tonight. Dustin Stoller ends up 4th place. Danny Wells ends up with a top 5. Zachary Fitzwater ended up falling back to the 6th position. Allison Rain finishes 7th place in her number 7. Alex Drayton ends up 8th. Nathan Hudson rounds out with a top 10, despite him getting spun out earlier. And Seth Cole, he ends up with a top 10 here tonight. Then we have Sky Commons in 11th. Joshua Mudd falls all the way back to the 12th position. Kyle Matthews ends up 13th. Then we have Brett Kenningberg settling in 14th. Then Ron Acosta ended up finishing in the 15th position after starting in 2nd. Then Jake Rogers ended up being the last car on the lead lap. Then we have Samad Ozkan, who got in trouble earlier from the replays I showed when he and Nathan Hudson spun out. Levi McIntyre ends up 2 laps down. Then Nathan Orman, after he spun out earlier, he stayed on pit road for an extended amount of time, so he ends up 19th. And then the final 2 drivers, the only 2 drivers to retire out of this race from this, we have Dylan Young and Cole Deaver. Well, that does it here for Bristol Dirt race fans. I hope this was a treat for all of you to enjoy, but we're not going to be done for short track racing just yet, because next week we're going to head over to Martinsville, Virginia at Martinsville Speedway. So don't forget to tune in to that. Congratulations one last time to Stephen Kohler for winning heat race number 2, and we will see you guys next time at the Paperclip.